My name is Dawbert Cramer, and I'm a Master Chief Engineman qualified in submarines. It was just a little kind of a fill-in. They needed a chief engineman, but they weren't going to be in commission that long. It was only 3 or 6 months, and they decommissioned it. So before it went, I didn't even go to the decommissioning ceremonies. They just took me off and sent me right straight to Pearl Harbor to the Wahoo, which was one of the newer class ships at that time. It was kind of based on the same hull that the Nautilus had, which was based on a German hull that they captured after World War II. It was a little apprehensive about going to it, you know. You've known all of the old boats, and here's one completely different. Instead of using a low pressure blower, you use the engine exhaust to blow your tanks dry, and this way you greased them up every time, or basically kept them from rusting and everything else. It was completely new technology compared to what I was used to in the old ones. So I was on there, and I hate Pearl with a passion. It was excessive military, and the being cooped in. You travel 32 miles, and you've covered the whole island. And I'm a boy from Minnesota, and I like to hop in the car and drive 500 miles a day and be able to see a little different country. So I scouted around and found out they needed a chief engineman under 32 years old for the SSX-1, an experimental submarine in the Patuxent River. So I immediately volunteered, got a set of orders to the SSX-1, but I had to go through underwater swimmer school first. So started going through school, and I had broken my ankle, as I said before. And as soon as I started trying to do the running, it swelled about twice as big as it's supposed to be. So I couldn't make it through the swimmer's school, and I ended up dropping out of that. So anyway, they sent me to shore duty after that on a reserve submarine in Brooklyn, New York, called the USS Ling. I was in charge of the engineering department on there, and the engineering instructor. And I had to teach the engineering reserve personnel before they went on active duty. We actually ran the engines, and they would simulate getting underway. They'd come down for their weekend drill. We'd light the engines off, and they'd simulate getting underway. The concept being that should war come, they were trained as a unit. They basically, all they had to do was transfer to a ship, and away they'd go. But it was good duty. So after being there for a while, they says, well, time for you to go to sea again. I said, well, with my background, I said, put me on a sub-tender and put my experience to use. And they said, well, you owe me haze, gray, and underway. So they put me on an LST out of Norfolk, Virginia, surface me. The LST was USS Spartanburg County, LST 1192. And I was the 3M coordinator. I was ex-division officer. I was senior enlisted advisor. I was just about 3 other things, I think. It was a catch-all type job. I hated getting off the subs, and basically that finished my career. I finished up with 22 years, and then decided to retire when they said I had to go back to sea again. So after that, it was all over.